Good morning, Tef. How are you, buddy? I'm making a video. Maybe you can watch it before you go to work today. Just gonna show you a little outside. It was raining. It was raining, and now it's gonna be nice. I got a meeting at 9. Guys pick me up at 8:30. Jim is right over there. That's pretty cool. As soon as I got to Mexico, man, I got connected. First thing I did. Been to 4 meetings already in 5 days. So I'm going to do a quick video here. We were talking about step 1 yesterday. I think we should start with step 1, you know? And where is my little holder thing? Okay, let me get this real quick here. So, yeah, let's start off with step 1 and go from there. Like, I don't think... I'll tell you, Tef. Let me tell you what happened. I was in a meeting yesterday, man. I'm not putting down meetings. I'm not here to put down meetings or judge anybody, but they talked about it being a solution meeting, which I know what they're talking about. You know, I know what they're talking about. They want to stick to solution and don't talk about anybody's problems or stuff. But man, I disagree. I disagree. The whole program starts off with the problem. You know, step 1 is the problem. We're powerless over alcohol. That is a problem. What does that mean? If I don't know what powerless over alcohol means, if I don't know what the problem is, I'm not going to be interested in the solution. I don't go to the doctor and say, "Hey, doc, I got a fever, man, and I'm coughing, and I got a sore chest and or whatever, right?" You go there, whatever symptoms, and he says, "Here, take the medicine," and I'm like, I want to know what's wrong with me first. You know what I mean? I want to know what's going on with me before I take the medicine. And in Alcoholics Anonymous, I think it's important that we tell the new guys and each other what's wrong with us. You know what I mean? And the book talks about the crux of the problem. They use the word problem, right? The crux of the problem is the mental state that precedes a relapse in the drinking. For obviously, this is the crux of our problem. You know, step 1, powerless over alcohol. So anyway, like, a solution-based meeting is great, but I think it's important to talk about the problem. Resentments are a problem. Fear is a problem. Selfishness and self-centeredness is the root of our troubles. That's a problem. Now let's talk about how we're going to solve that problem. With resentments, this was our course, page 66. We realized people who wronged us, blah, 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 right? Fear, this was our problem, page 68, right? What's the solution? We're going to trust God rather than trust ourselves. We're going to play the role He assigns. We're going to do what we think He would have us do and humbly rely on Him. That's the solution to the problem of fear. And these are the reasons we drink. So I don't understand a solution-only meeting. Like, I can't talk about the solution unless I talk about the problem. So I think I beat that to death, but this video is just for you, Tef, so I won't be putting it on any social medias or anything. But let's look real quick at the last page, because I'm running out of time, but the last page, step 1 in the 12 and 12, it says, why all this insistence that every AA must hit bottom first? The answer is that few people will sincerely try to practice the A program unless they have hit bottom. For practicing A's remaining 11 steps means the adoption of attitudes and actions that almost no alcoholic who is still drinking can dream of taking. Who wishes to be rigorously honest and tolerant? Who wants to confess his faults to another and make restitution for harms done? Who cares anything about a higher power, let alone meditation and prayer? Who wants to sacrifice time and energy, right? And trying to carry A's message to the next sufferer? No, the average alcoholic, self-centered in the extreme, doesn't care for this prospect unless he has to do these things, in order to stay alive himself. Now, under the lash of alcoholism, that's the drinking. That's when I start. I can't stop, right? I go to jail. I go to hospitals, right? I lose my job. I lose my family. I lose my son. Under the lash of alcoholism, we are driven to AA. So that allergy is going to drive me to AA. But there we discover the fatal nature of our situation. The fatal nature of my situation. I'm going to drink again no matter what. There's going to come a time where I have no effective mental defense. That's the fatal nature of my situation. So then and only then do we become as open-minded to conviction, as willing to listen as the dying can be. We stand ready to do anything which will lift the merciless obsession, not the allergy, but the obsession from us. So hitting bottom for me, by looking at those 2 paragraphs, hitting bottom to me would be discovering the fatal nature of my situation. No matter how bad life got, no matter no matter how bad things got for me, I didn't start staying sober until I understood the fatal nature of my situation. It wasn't about all the drinking I didn't. If I ask a new guy, you know, are you an alcoholic? He said, yeah, man. When I start drinking, I can't stop. And that the book says that's an academic and pointless observation if we never took the first drink to begin with. So the real problem centers in our mind. The problem is the obsession, and the obsession comes from that restless, irritable, and discontent that the alcoholic has. We're just uncomfortable, man, not drinking. And we tell ourselves that we can control and enjoy it. It's an insane thought. Pour whiskey in the milk on a full stomach won't hurt me after 5-10 years of misery. It's an insane thought, but that's why step 2 says we'll be restored to sanity. But we're not going to talk about step 2. We're going to talk about step 1. We're going to talk about what is the problem. And the way I look at step 1 is real simple, is I'm going to drink again no matter what, whether I want to or not. That's the real problem. And if I know that, I'll do whatever it takes. Man, I'm scared to death of drinking again. So I'll do whatever it takes to stay sober, Tef. So Tef, I hope you get to watch this. It's really long. I don't even know if I can upload it, but anyway, buddy, maybe you can watch it in your car. Love you, bro. Talk later today.